Then in 1962, Dr. Al Razi moved north as part of the Great Migration, seeking opportunity and education.
He attended North Carolina A&T, a historically black university, where he found a nurturing environment for black excellence. College was a crucible for identity activism and intellectual growth. He joined student movements, boycotted events, and engaged in civil rights activism, including the Greensboro sit-ins. The memoir introduces key figures like Jesse Jackson and Azell Blair Jr., showing how interconnected the movement was. He balanced activism with academics, music, and personal growth. And that tension between personal growth and that tension between protests and personal ambition is really well captured. It shows the importance of community and mentorship in shaping his path. After college, he entered the scientific field, working in hospitals and labs. He started as an orderly and moved into toxicology and forensic science, learning the discipline of precision and observation. But despite his expertise, he faced systemic racism and invisibility. Being overlooked, assigned menial tasks, denied recognition. The lab became a battlefield for truth, where data could speak justice. But the scientist's identity was questioned. Yet he trained others, built systems, and contributed to cutting-edge research, including drug testing and sickle cell anemia diagnostics. He also became a union representative, advocating for workers' rights and dignity. One of the most striking parts is his invention of a safety device, a cap that seals hypodermic needles to prevent accidental pricks. It was born from necessity, not theory. But then he faced betrayal when a patent attorney excluded his name from the inventor line. The legal fight to reclaim ownership was long and draining, but ultimately successful. That story really illustrates the broader theme of erasure and the struggle for recognition faced by black scientists. And then there's his conversion to Islam in the early 1970s. Influenced by friends like Abdullah Yoba, Islam provided a spiritual framework that complemented his scientific discipline. Faith became a source of resilience, community, and justice. He adopted the name Jamil Al Razi, connecting to a historic Muslim physician and scholar, symbolizing a new identity rooted in both science and spirituality. The memoir explores how faith and science are intertwined strands of his life. He engaged deeply with Muslim communities, elders, and traditions, finding strength and purpose. His later career included leadership roles in toxicology labs, forensic science, and public health. Despite achievements, he faced ongoing bias and marginalization. He recants the story of the murder of a colleague, a stark reminder of racial violence beyond the lab. Yet he emphasized integrity, mentorship, and passing down knowledge. He also became a speaker and advocate, educating communities about health, justice, and science. His work on the Norris County School Board shows his commitment to justice beyond science. The memoir is candid about his personal struggles, childhood trauma, marriage, divorce, caregiving. He married multiple times, each relationship reflecting different stages of healing and growth. His health struggles, including prostate cancer and hypertension, reveal the intersection of personal and systemic health challenges. And through it all, the memoir highlights the importance of community, faith, and small acts of care and healing. Towards the end, Dr. Al Razi reflects on the evolving nature of science, from large labs to point-of-care testing and rapid diagnostics, and the challenges of misinformation and shrinking research budgets. He warns against the erasure of science and the marginalization of immigrant and black scientists. Science for him is a form of faith and justice requiring courage and conscience. The final chapters emphasize legacy, not just bloodlines, but intention, character, and service. It closes with a call to young scientists and activists to keep asking questions and believing in the power of science and faith. So much to take away from this memoir. It's a story of quiet resilience, integrity, and the power of showing up even when the world tries to erase you. Yeah, and it challenges us to think about how science and justice are deeply intertwined and why both require courage. I love that legacy is shown as built in small acts of care, persistence, and truth-telling. It's hopeful without being naive. Definitely. So if there's one thing to remember from Dr. Al Razi's story, it's that truth and mercy belong together. And that science is not just about data, but about dignity. Well said. Thanks for joining me in this conversation. I hope listeners find as much meaning in this memoir as we did. Me too. Until next time.